Hello everybody, it's Looney Clooney here, back again with another Pokemon video, and tomorrow I'll be also uploading a video, probably a podcast talking about what's been going on lately, but today we're going to focus on a better topic, a more fun topic, which is Scorbunny, and I plan on doing a video for each of the starters, but Scorbunny is just my favorite one, so we're going to start with him. Scorbunny, what is gonna evolve into? What is Scorbunny going to evolve into? So a lot of people have been discussing whether or not Scorbunny is going to evolve into a fire fighting, which is a very likely possibility, but I think it's a little bit lower on the spectrum of possibilities. Like, it's definitely possible, because firefighting just blends well together as types do. You know, it's pretty easy to do. It's not like something that's really hard to make a good, viable Pokemon starter with. And it's just really cool to, have that. But I don't think that Scorbunny is going to evolve in that, mostly because I know that the Pokemon team, or Game Freak, probably knows that we don't like firefighting as starters. They kind of know that now. So, let's look at the other possible types. Now, I'm going to go with my personal theory first, and then go with another one, which is really good, and I have some fan art to show that kind of envisions that, and I'll be sure to link the person who made it in the description, but let's get into this. So, my personal theory is that's going to be a fire-electric type, due to the fact that it was running up, like, a middle thing on, like, in the beginning of the trailer, which, granted, that's not really much to go off of, but it also has these little yellow pads on it, which could be electric pads, which allow it to sort of magnetize and run up metal structures, which would make sense for a Pokemon like that lives in, a very, how should I say, like, factory heavy living area where there's a lot of metal, there's a lot of things that it can climb around, it can get around faster, and it can basically become a more, I guess, adept creature at living in the suburbs, you know what I mean? But with that, I also would think that it'd be kind of cool to see a fire-electric type. Now, the problem with that is, though, it gives the fire type, or how should I say this? It gives, Scorbunny kind of an upper hand on Sobble, which is, not the best. However, I think this could be a really cool reverse triangle thing, where, like, before they were like, oh, they gave, all three of the original, like, or not original, but in X and Y, they gave the three starters, opposite, like, how should I say, types. Like, they had a dual type that basically allowed them to sort of fight against, the other dual type of the thing that they were strong against. So, say, Delphox had its, psychic type, which, it would be able to take on, like, it was super effective against Chestnut, which Chestnut was grass fighting, and then Chestnut was super effective against, what's his name, Greninja, which is a water dark, and then Greninja was super effective against, what's his name, Delphox, which is a fire psychic, and that was really cool. But I think what would be cooler is if they did a reverse triangle, because, the starters have their own thing. But I think a reverse triangle would be really cool, and something that is possible. And I'm trying to think of, like, what the reverse triangle could be. God, sorry. I'm really coffee right now. So, with that being said, I also have another idea what it could be, and this is based off some fan art that I saw, which somebody did fan art for Scorbunny and what its final evolution could be. Now, it's obvious that Scorbunny is supposed to be a soccer player, so I'm going to bring up the art right now. Sippy sippy. So the art shows Scorbunny having this flaming rock that is like a soccer ball, right? And then it's because of that, it's a ground type. And I think that's really cool, actually. I think that's a neat idea, because we haven't had a fire ground type, I think, like, ever. Like, I'm sure we've had fire ground types, but we haven't had, like, a fire ground starter. And I think that's a really cool idea, you know? It's, like, a nice little idea of what it could turn into. And I just really like the idea of, you know, this sports theme with the starters. It's really fun and neat and cool. And overall, I think that this is a little bit more likely than my electric type. Because even though, like, you know, the whole idea is like, oh, if it's an electric type, it's a lightning fast soccer player. The idea of it kicking rocks at people is more accurate, honestly. It feels a little bit more accurate. And honestly, like, I hope that this is, like, what the final evolution sort of turns out, like, into, like, looking at it. But who knows, you know, it could be, there's still a lot of time left before the games come out. For all we know, you know, it could just be, like, could literally be that Big Chungus meme that people, like, have been posting around, where it's just it's a Scorbunny as Big Chungus. Who knows, that could be the final evolution. But I really, really like a lot of the fan art that's been going around lately. And overall, you know, there's so many different, like, types of Pokemon it could evolve into. I just really hope that it's not firefighting, because I want Scorbunny. I want to run a Scorbunny on my team. I hate fighting types, so I really do. I do not like having fighting types on my team, because they're so boring. They're so boring. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. The next one up will be Grookey, which I have some cool ideas for Grookey, but I'll see if I can find any, like, art that sort of supplements my idea, but if not, then I'll, you know, do that. And by the way, be sure to check out JW Nuts on DeviantArt, because he's the one who made this art, and it's really good, and you should go check him out. He's fucking awesome. See you next time. Have a great day. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you next time. Bye-bye.